Warning, the following video contains explicit content, language, and crime scene footage. Therefore, it's not meant for children or those viewers who might find it disturbing. It is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello, 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 hello. How is everyone? Hi, Diana. How are you, dear? Can you hear me all right? Hi, Dana. Not very many of you knew that I have this second channel. I don't devote nearly as much time to it as I would like to. It's something I'd like to start building. So if you could like and share and subscribe, that would be awesome. This is my Crime Watch channel, but it is going to my Cheeky Watch channel and my Crime Watch channel at the same time. So if you would like to subscribe to the actual Crime Watch channel over on YouTube, I'm pulling that up for you now. No, I'm not ever prepared, people. Ever, ever, ever. Y'all should be used to that by now, right? So I'm going to get you the link, and I'm going to post it in the chat. And there you go. Okay, so you can just subscribe. I know there's not going to be a whole lot of people watching today, and that's fine. That is absolutely fine. Because, again, we're just building this channel. And I don't know if any of you, or either of you, have seen what happened in Clermont County, Ohio yesterday. Clermont County, Ohio. I don't know if any of you saw that. But a 32-year-old Chad Doerman did the absolute unthinkable yesterday. I don't know what words I'm allowed to use here on YouTube for certain situations, but I just need to get a few things out there that this is for educational purposes only. I don't know if I'm going to... No, that's not it, Dana. He did the unthinkable. In his home, he lined up his 3 boys, ages 3, 4, and 7, and took their lives, execution style, with a rifle. 7 of them, 2 of them I believe were able to get outside. One of them I know got outside, and Chad tracked him down and did it again. And we can watch the body cam footage together.
Right here. You got him on the porch.
We've asked, that's the last place we've been told.
You show me your hands now! Stand up and walk towards us! Stand up now! Walk towards us! Stand up with your hands up!
So that's the scene outside the home when the police arrived. His name is Chad Doerman. Doerman. And it's just an absolute tragic situation. Yeah, I understand that, Dana. Because this video is not going to go quite as well as I wanted to, I am unable to put my face in there to help offset any copyright violations. I'm going to pull it up this way. And it was from Law Network. And I'm going to share the stream with you. Just a minute. We gotta get rid of through all the commercials first. Okay, and I'm gonna share this with you. We're gonna share a screen. And we will be watching this.
Shooters on the porch.
Get him right here. Right here. You got him on the porch.
We've
Right
asked, that's the last place we've been told.
You
that
show me your hands now! Stand up and walk towards us! Stand up now! Walk towards us! Stand up with your hands up!
It's absolutely just heartbreaking. But, and this is from Law and Crime Network, is where I got this footage from.
His name is Chad Doerman. Chad Doerman.
I know, but we can't.
And warning, there is some, what some would consider foul language.
We gotta find cover first. We ain't no good if we ain't safe
This shows
ourselves.
the officers arriving and looking for cover. I know it really is, Dana. It really is.
Hey, no.
And these
We need
two
to
of
come
these
from this side where we can
babies
see them.
are out in the front yard.
Don't take cover behind her. We see them.
So two of these babies, I don't know if they're under their shirts or over. I'm not sure, Diana. But there may have not been time for them. The call actually came in from Chad Doerman's stepdaughter, who ran to the fire department, and then the mother who tried to stop the event was wounded in her hand, but she was able to call 911 and screaming, "He shot my babies, he shot my babies." Exactly. So the police arrive and they see these babies, 3, 4, and 7. I'm not sure who is in the front yard, but you're going to see black screens covering that up. And they are unable to get to them in the beginning because they have to make sure that they have the criminal in custody first.
We're going to approach from this side. We got cover. Right here.
6 covered, 29 and 63 attack that.
I think they're under their shirts. A lot of officers do that. They'll wear their bulletproof vests under their shirts. And you can see the outline, I think. Yeah, you can see the outline. They're wearing them.
Show us your fucking hands now!
No, not as far as we know,
Stand
Diana.
up! Stand up! Stand up now! Stand up! Stand the fuck up!
Nope. Not a known abuser.
Air Force is going to go ahead and fly whenever any units can advise.
Get your hands up here. October 21. It's in there.
If those guys can confirm that there's people that need first aid and that's the shooter who's not complying, they need to take care of the
I got it.
victims. They have to shoot in the shootout.
Man, I ain't trying to hurt nobody. I'm completely sober. Never did drugs a
63,
day in my
we're
life.
21.
I know.
Get the EMS over here.
Well, I did drugs when I was little, but I don't do drugs now. I'm sober. I'm not trying to fight you.
63.
Get your butt inside.
Okay, when you hear that, get your butt inside. Okay, you hear someone shouting, "Get your butt inside." That is actually Chad, I believe, talking to his dog who keeps barking.
Yelling. Get your butt inside.
We on primary?
Now.
29, we got 3 kids down.
Hey, kids down 63 stuff.
Yelling.
63, we're 21.
Knock
Have
it off.
EMS respond over here.
So they were able to get the
You're clear,
EMS
they're
over
being
there.
advised.
Robert 34, just started mass custody response.
63, do you want them to respond to the
There
Laurel
is somebody in the
Windmill address?
background
Where
begging
exactly
for
do you need
help.
them?
We're right in the front yard. What are you doing, man?
Hey, are you copying all this?
Can I roll over? I ain't gonna hurt you. I ain't gonna hurt nobody.
You got anything on you?
Yeah,
No,
you've
I
already
got nothing,
hurt
man.
people,
Phone, that's
you
it.
idiot. The babies. You
I ain't
hurt
mad,
your
I
own
ain't nothing.
babies.
Just make sure that dog don't come out. I don't think he'll bite you. Just don't reach for him and try to grab him and pet him.
All right.
He won't bite you.
What's going on, man?
Nothing. Can I stand up? It's kind of uncomfortable.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
see,
you.
that part really pissed me off, where the police officer says, "What's going on, man?" And he says, "Nothing." Like nothing happened. Like absolutely nothing just took place. I just don't understand that comment. It just makes no sense to me. Yes, Dana, I think you're right that he's more worried about his dog getting injured than anything else. And I do not know if Ohio is a DP state. I just don't know. Exactly. He's uncomfortable. Where?
You can do whatever you want with him.
He has no criminal history. I think he's got one arrest back in 2010 for domestic violence, but that's it. And you can see officers trying to do CPR.
Here. You the only one else inside the house?
What?
You the only one else inside the house?
Yeah.
Sit down right here.
My daughter, she ran over to the fire department.
Sit down.
It's my stepdaughter.
Put him in the cage.
This is Will.
Yeah, he belongs in a cage.
This is Will.
They're all being advised they've requested 2 additional medics. There's also airfare flying, but they need an LV and a copy of the
Just unthinkable. Now listen carefully.
Can you get the wallet out of my back pocket?
Shut up, dude.
21.
You had the right to remain silent, you fucking use it.
I liked that part where he said, "You have the right to remain silent, blanking use it." So that was yeah. Trying very hard not to say a lot of curse words. I really am. I just don't understand how anybody can do that to their babies. Yes. But he has had his bond hearing already, and I'm going to pull that up. I had these things recorded, but they weren't playing properly. So we're going to play his bond hearing here in just a second. I'm going to get rid of the commercials and fast forward through all that nonsense, and then we will play it. And I'm going to share this. Okay, this officer right here, watch him during this bond hearing. You could just tell he just wanted to do something that would be illegal in all the states.
State of Ohio, this is Chad Doerman, 2023 CRA 1975.
And I don't know who the judge is in this. I didn't catch his name, but he is in a suicide vest.
This matter is before the court today for purposes of bond hearing. Mr. Callan, you were here on behalf of Mr. Doerman. Mr. DeCalvi, Mr. Gadd.
A bond of $75,000 for conditions of the neighborhood. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. DeCalvi.
Judge, we, at this point, I'm going to let Mr. Gast handle the bond on our behalf. Thank you.
This is important.
Good morning.
Can you hear it
Judge,
okay?
we've got law enforcement with us here today. Our office has been involved. Lots of people in our office have been involved with law enforcement throughout yesterday afternoon and evening, all the way through this morning. And the facts I have for you at this point are as follows.
Can you all hear the bond hearing okay? Is the sound good? I'm still testing and adjusting things. Yes, law enforcement. Yep. Okay, it's not too low. All right, good.
Trauma that this man has inflicted on his family, the community, law enforcement, first responders, and all of the rest of us who have any idea what's going on here is unspeakable. There's been a full admission in this case, Judge. The case is still new. We're still discovering facts. Incomprehensible cruelty. The father that stands before you lined up his 3 young boys, and he executed them in his own home with a rifle. They were ages 3, 4, and 7, Judge.
3, 4, and 7.
In an act of desperation to save her children, the mother at some point grabbed the gun. The father was able to flee into a field near the home. And again, we know from his admission, the father hunted that boy down, drug him back to the property, and executed him in front of witnesses.
Now he's crying. I think these tears are genuine. I do. I don't think he is faking it. But he should have thought of these things way ahead of time. And apparently he has been planning this for months. Months. He plotted and he planned. This is premeditated. He could have backed out at any time. And he didn't. When he was arrested, there were no tears. But now, as he stands before the judge for his bond hearing, he's crying. And that may be a possibility, Diana, but I'm not sure about that. I'm going to go way out on a limb. And again, I'm not a psychiatrist. This is not a diagnosis. This is just a personal, humble opinion. I don't think the man is stable. I really don't.
The mother was shot through the hand in her attempt to protect her children. To just begin to imagine their fear. This was the man that every day they woke up looking to for protection, love, guidance in all things. The man they trust more than any other person on earth. The person they rely upon to keep them safe from harm. He was their world, he was their guardian, and he executed them in cold blood. We know that from his admission. One of the most monstrous, craven, cowardly acts that will ever be our misfortune to see. To make things even more disturbing, Judge, this was no haphazard act. Again, by his own admission, he planned the happen on a whim.
Rifle.
He's confessed to what I believe is the worst crime, at least I hope, that I'll see in my lifetime. I hope it's the worst fact pattern that ever comes before this court. Judge, it's important for the court to know, and Monroe Township Fire and EMS and other first responders bravely respond to the scene where they don't know what's going on.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
They did not know what they're facing, and they come into a scene that no one can ever be prepared for. No law enforcement training, no training of any kind prepares you for this. It's easy to forget that these are men and women with families, children, feelings, emotions. They're not some automaton performing a delegated function.
That's true. They have hearts too.
10-year-old children. They held these.
He is very true. I don't think that's true, Appletina. I really don't think that he's trying to make himself cry. I think the tears are genuine. However, what those tears are for, I'm not exactly sure. Angie, it would have been a long RIFLE that he used. I think he does have some kind of remorse at this point, but remorse that he was caught, remorse that he did it, remorse that he's, what's going to happen to him. I don't know. The only arrest he has is from 2009 or 2010 for domestic violence. And that's it. From what neighbors have said, this is a very quiet, peaceful country neighborhood. And nothing like this, of course, has ever happened there. Yeah, that's true, Diana. That's true.
These boys in their arms, knowing there was nothing they could do to save them. How long do those scars last?
Forever.
What day do you wake up from that and do you have access to a weapon? Yes, obviously you did. The weight of the evidence against the defendant at this point, Judge, we stand here with a full admission of the defendant. That also goes to the confirmation of the defendant's identity, and witnesses on scene did see at least part of what happened.
That is so sad.
Next, the court is to consider the likelihood this person would return to court if a bond were issued. Again, this is the most heinous crime with the most severe penalty under the law that we presented to the grand jury. That alone would be a major factor in discouraging a person from availing himself to this court or any other.
Yeah,
and
same here, Diana.
Thought to flee and the likelihood of flight is great in the state's opinion. The danger he poses to the community is a factor that this court can consider, and I think with the facts in front of you, Judge, we can't name a person
It's okay, Shannon.
that poses a greater threat to the community. As his prior record goes, Judge, it is fairly minimal. He was charged with domestic violence in 2010.
That's it. They have
He is
nothing else
not,
on
to
him.
my knowledge, on probation community control. Judge, the facts of this case are hopefully like no other we will ever see. When this case gets indicted in the Court of Common Pleas, I am certain that a no bond hearing will be held, and I would hope that would be granted. But at this point, this juncture,
This is
we're going
important.
to ask
Listen,
this court to issue a bond we've never asked for before. I'm going to ask for a bond of
this
$20 million.
surprised me. $20 million bond.
Request such a bond again.
Thank you. Date for preliminary hearing?
The date for the preliminary hearing, Judge, is 6/26. No objection.
6:26 at 1 o'clock. I will be here watching.
The preliminary hearing will be set for June 26th at 1
1
p.m. At this point in time, bond's going to be set in the amount of $20 million cash or surety.
That means he's got to pay cash.
Anything else at this time, Mr. Gast?
No, Judge.
Now, I want to tell you here in just a few seconds, Doerman says something and I cannot make out or understand exactly what he is saying. It sounds something like CO2. I'm not sure. If you all can understand it, if you can hear it, let me know.
Mr. Cal?
CCO2.
Mr. Cal, anything further?
Nothing at this
All
time.
right, thank you.
It's, so they had six cops with him. Yeah, he's not going to be bailed out. I see, that's not the vibe I'm getting. I don't think he's mentally stable. I really don't. But we could argue, would a mentally stable person do what he did? Yes, it's CCO2, and I don't know what that means, Diana, but that's what I heard. Yeah. So for those of you just joining us, thank you for being here. We're talking about events that took place in Clermont County, Ohio yesterday, where 32-year-old Chad Doerman, I don't know what to use as a good substitute, so we're just going to say unalived, and I hate that term in this instance. But his babies were 3, 4, and 7 years old. And it's just an absolute tragedy. And the mother, when she was trying to, it all started in the house where he lined them up. And the mother tried to stop him, and she ended up getting wounded. I'm trying to find a picture of the house. There it is, Clermont County, Ohio. They had given it's the Laurel Lindell Road. And I want to share this screen with you so you can see what I'm seeing. Okay, and we're going to do the layers. So this is in Ohio. Very picturesque, very beautiful. Just out in the country, neighbors aren't too close, but they're not too far from each other. Trying to get down to the street view. Now it worked earlier for me. I don't want you to use my location. I want you to let me... Where is the 3D? Does anybody see the 3D? It's missing. Well, poopy pies. I have the 3D on my Safari, but I'm using Chrome, and apparently Chrome doesn't have the 3D. I don't know. But if you could do a street view, it's a very quiet neighborhood. It looked like a very nice house. It didn't look like they were living in squalor or anything like that. Yeah, Angie, I've been through it a couple times. Yes, Diana, I would like to know that. Why would he do such a thing? I don't know. Neither can I. I can't wrap my brain around this, and I don't think we will ever know the reasons why. You dig it? Oh, see, I don't have to do that in Safari. But thank you, Shannon. Thank you, dear. We'll try this again. Show of hands, who watches Grizzly True Crime with Gazelle or Giselle? I can never say her name right. She always does maps, and I love that. She does maps. But this is, I don't know which house it was. I believe it was a blue house. It looked to me like it was a blue house with a little front porch. And I don't have the actual, I couldn't find the address for it, but it's on this road. But you can see these are decent houses. This isn't squalor and trashy or anything. It's just a really nice, lovely neighborhood. out in the country. So it's just no one ever expects anything like this to happen in their neighborhood. No one does. Everybody always says that no one expects it. I don't think it was that one, because I watched the body footage a couple times, and it had a little porch like on this end of the house where they caught him. But anyway, I will try and get the actual address and we can map it later. But I will follow this one closely. He has admitted to doing it. They have a full confession. But even with a full confession, 99.999% of the time, they still have to have a trial to prove that he's telling the truth, that he really did what he did. Those are generally very simple trials. It's not expected to drag out forever. I don't think it will be as lengthy as like the Lori Vallow case or the Letitia Stouch case or anything like that. Yeah. Yep. Diana, stuff like that happens all the time. It really truly does, and it's just heartbreaking. Let's do this. There were some news that had shown better pictures than what I had provided. So we will watch this news conference together. Or it's not a news conference, it's breaking news. I thank you all for being patient with me as I get used to doing all of these little things. Okay? But we're going to watch this together.
County, 3 little boys shot dead. Deputies say they died at the hand of their own father.
Chad Doerman is now in jail facing 3 aggravated murder charges. Their mom's in the hospital, shot in the hand. WCPO 9 News reporter Sean Delancey joins us live at that scene in Monroe Township. Sean, this one's a heartbreaker.
Yeah, Evan, the Clermont County Sheriff's Department has now released some truly earth-shattering details about a shooting rampage here on Laurel Lindale Road that resulted in the deaths of 3 little boys.
4:15 p.m., the first 911 call reaches dispatchers. A woman screaming her babies had been shot.
The female that went to the firehouse is advising them that the male shot the entire family.
Minutes later,
the female that went to the firehouse, that was his stepdaughter. And no, I don't have any information about her. I don't know how old she is. I don't know if she's wounded in any way. I just don't have any of that information.
Second caller reports the girl running down the street, yelling her father was killing everyone.
There are multiple children in the yard.
Clermont County deputies arrived to find 3 young boys, ages 3, 4, and 7, shot. The attempts to save them didn't work. Their mother was shot in the hand and taken to the hospital.
When it involves children, that's terrible.
Neighbors like Dan are awestruck by the news. Such violence shattered their rural community's usual calm. 18-year-old Seth Trees lives a couple houses down. You see this massive police presence.
Yeah, it's weird. It's unheard of, you know? Crazy.
Tell me what it's like around here.
Quiet, you know? People mind business.
Nothing like that ever happens out here. This is a quiet country and very nice area. So to hear this...
It looks nice to me.
Deputies say when they arrived, they found Chad Doerman, the kid's father, sitting on the home steps, his boys laying in the yard.
Yep.
He was taken into custody, questioned by detectives.
If it gets to the point where you get that mad,
walk away.
Walk away. Don't,
exactly. That's what we've all said.
Harm your spouse or...
Yeah, so no one knows what started this. We just don't know yet, and I'm not going to speculate. I don't know if I'm just not going to speculate anything as to why this happened, what led up to this. But according to what the district attorney said during that bond hearing, he had been planning this for months. So, is he a sociopath? Is he mentally unstable? Does he have a diagnosis? I just don't have enough information yet. And I'm not going to speculate on anything just yet. Yeah, it's not uncommon. It absolutely is not uncommon. Yeah.
Or your children. I mean, come on, just walk away.
Just walk away.
And don't hurt nobody.
Doerman is or will be spending the night at the Clermont County Jail. He is expected in court tomorrow at 10 a.m. in Monroe Township. I'm Sean Delancey, WCPO 9 News.
Anyway, I just want you all to know that I will be watching this one closely. Anytime I get any updates, I will be sharing them here on my Crime Watch with Susantisdale channel. And I'm not going to be able to... I wanted to live stream Big 2. He's following that divorce custody battle out in Nevada. I don't know if you all watched that with me last night or with Biggin, but I absolutely love Biggin. He's just adorable. If I get it, I will. But it's Saturday. I'm leaving for Kentucky on Monday morning to go down and help Greg and Hallie Bridgman. They're doing quite well. Greg's surgery went really well. Anyway, I'm going to let you all go. But I appreciate you being here. I really do. And every time you like a channel or like a video, leave a comment, whatever, it helps our algorithms, and we get seen by more people. And I promise you, I will try to get much better at this. Anyway, I hope everybody has a good day. If I get any updates, I will post them on both my YouTube channels. Okay? Thank you all for being here, and I do hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thanks. Bye-bye.